really exciting story here with NexTech. Here's another stock that everybody who's been following, they've seen the stock go from 50 cents in August when they first presented to 250. It's been a roller coaster, and now things are looking up again. So with that being said, Evan, take it away.
All right, thanks, Jack. Great to be back with you again. Spatial computing, the future is here now. Augmented reality and artificial intelligence have merged, and they've really transformed our world into a spatial computing wonderland. So, these are just forward-looking statements. I'm going to speak for a minute about what's happening in the world. Everybody's talking about COVID-19. Obviously, we're in a pandemic. It's certainly a human tragedy. It's disrupting businesses, it's disrupting families, it's disrupting the global economy. And it's important to put everything in context as it relates to investing. So NexTech is in a great position to ride out the COVID-19 pandemic. We have over $3 million in cash and inventory on hand, which gives us the financial muscle to get through this. The reality is that we have multiple business segments that are actually benefiting. I hate to use the word benefiting, but we are benefiting from the new work from home and shop from home paradigm shifts that employers, businesses, and governments have instituted due to the coronavirus pandemic. We were already part of that shift, but now it has accelerated. In other words, before coronavirus, we were already part of the shop from home, right? Augmented reality is all about shop from home, but now there's an added push because the stores are closed. So you're forced to shop from home. It's not optional anymore. The same thing with work from home. And so, for us, we have an e-commerce division that is trending up. I mean, there's just no other way to say it. Those businesses, I wouldn't be surprised, and we're on target for a record-breaking month for the month of March. AR sits right smack in the middle of the work from home, shop from home paradigm shift, and e-commerce, obviously, because you can't go out and shop, is benefiting. Just look at the news from Amazon. Amazon is hiring 100,000 more employees. If you look everywhere else, people are being laid off. Amazon, they're hiring 100,000. We sell product on Amazon. The demand is there. And if you look at, our business, we're actually making acquisitions. While other people are looking for cash, looking to raise money, laying off employees, we're actually making an acquisition, and it's a very, very accretive, exciting acquisition for NexTech. Jalokia, we just announced that we're going to be doing this. It's an all-stock deal. It'll add at least $1 million. I mean, when I say at least, they generated $1 million in recurring revenue. So they have a SaaS business in 2019. So in 2020, that should continue. We should be out with our audited, just as a side note, 2019 and Q4 numbers. They're being finalized, and they will be released next week. On March 16th, we announced the LOI to acquire a remote video training live streaming software company, Jalokia. As I was just mentioning, they do about $1 million in revenue. They have blue chip customers: Merck, Toyota, CBS, Polycom, and others. And Johnson & Johnson's also one of them. And those customers are all looking for solutions to virtual conferences, video streaming, and using augmented reality adds a level of interaction that nobody else in the marketplace currently has. So we think that that's going to have legs and really be a big revenue driver in 2020 and beyond. So with both our AR businesses, our e-com businesses, and this acquisition, NexTech has positioned itself at the right place at the right time to participate in this stay-at-home, work-from-home new paradigm. And just to kind of put it into perspective in terms of valuation, Zoom video, which is the darling of Wall Street, because that's the work-from-home platform that everybody's using. They have a price-to-sales ratio of 45x. We're buying Jalokia at 1x. So a lot of value, a lot of upside. There's been a lot of new insider buying in NexTech. To put that into perspective, I'm the CEO. I bought 100,000 shares in the open market at $1.85. Also exercised some warrants. My average on 200,000 shares is about $1.30. So NexTech is the first mover in the augmented reality transformation. The industry is growing very, very fast. We have recurring revenue, blue chip partners, expert management, and a tight capital structure. ARitize 360, we've talked a bit about. It's an app that lets anyone with a smartphone turn 2D objects into 3D, and it's launching shortly. Going to be showing a video that kind of explains a little bit of so all those products were captured using our ARitize 360 technology, which is revolutionary. All you need is a smartphone, and you're able to turn 2D objects into 3D objects. This video speaks a bit about turning shoppers into buyers. This is what we use to close deals, and we are closing more and more deals. So as you can imagine, being able to shop in AR and 3D when everybody's shopping at home adds tremendous value for e-commerce businesses. And we're seeing the increase in call volume because, again, of COVID-19 and the pandemic and this work from home, shop from home, new industry trend. So, we have 4 verticals, our 3D AR ad network, retail, which we just showed you, education and training, and entertainment. We have a self-serve platform, and our platform's compatible with all devices, mobile, tablet, desktop, and when the glasses come out, it'll work on the glasses as well. We have 2 real segments. One is a SaaS business. That's our technology division, which is growing rapidly. It's recurring revenue. And then we have our e-commerce businesses, which are scaling and growing very, very rapidly. I'm going to speak to a little bit about what this acquisition really means. I mean, think about all the conferences and trade shows that have been canceled. We have the ability to step in and offer a solution where you can have on the Jalokia platform, using augmented reality, a virtual conference, and create a very immersive experience. So if you look at all the virtual events, I mean, this is just kind of different products that we're offering now. Keynotes, panels, and speaker tracks. We could scale to hundreds of thousands of concurrent users. That's a huge number. You can attend from anywhere as long as you have a mobile device, and we could track what people are doing, what people are clicking on. We could create virtual booths for virtual conferences, which is a huge opportunity for us right now. Present products and services in the booth. Have Q&A with visitors, so there's a 2-way interaction. It could be live or recorded, and you have 3D product demos, which, you know, again, nobody else has 3D product demos. Meetings, launches, and training. So, you know, show and tell your story using video, using augmented reality. You could do this remotely. That's the whole idea. Attendees can interact with 3D objects in their own space and give, you know, hands-on demonstrations. You know, here's a video that kind of speaks to how it works. Actually, I'm going to skip that video because it takes us out of the screen. So there's another one I'll show you in a minute. So it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Get the ARitize 360 app, which is going to be available shortly. It's not available today, but it is in early release. So some people have it. We expect it to launch shortly. Scan the on-screen QR code. So that technology is available today, and interact with content. So you're watching a video, you scan the QR code, and boom, whatever you're watching is now in the room with you. Very exciting new technology that we think is timely, that corporations are very excited about as well. So this is kind of a sample of how you can interact. So you know, you can see the product, the actual product on one side. I'm going to show you a video on the other. So there's an AR experience in the video. That's a person's phone. You can see, you know, left to right, it's exactly the same experience, except one's interactive, right? So you could click, you could open, you could experience the product as, you know, that's our studio in Toronto. And, you know, the product's not really there, but it looks like it's there, and you can experience it like it's there, and get a demo just like it's there, which again turns you into a buyer from a shopper. It's also for training. If you actually have the product and you need some training, you take it out of the box, you put it on the floor as an AR experience. You have all these call outs, which explains to you, it's kind of like an instruction manual that explains how the product works without having to read the manual, without having to make a phone call, without having to, you know, kind of ask questions. It's all right there for you. So it's very exciting, very interactive. This is really the next generation of product training and understanding products remotely, which is, again, a new trend because of coronavirus. We also have portals where, you know, you could walk into a virtual room. So, you know, again, we could take you into a portal. You could see it in the room there, and it, you know, you're able to experience another room, even though, you know, you're in your office or you're at home. Well, in this case, you're not in your office. You're just going to be at home. So our revenue is strong. It's recurring. In 2019, $6 million in revenue, and about a 58% gross margin. In 2020, we're already seeing that margin go up into the 60s, the mid to high 60s, as we add more software to, and we have a better product mix. We're estimating 20 million in 2020 and 40 million in 2021. Here's some case studies. This is one of our customers who signed up. He's a jewelry designer, and, you know, this just speaks a little bit.
Well, I've seen the technology. It's very, your rings look very detailed. I know there's a lot of different AR companies you could go with, but why did you choose NexTech?
I think they're most advanced in what they're doing here, the way they approach it and their ability to render and feature the jewelry, featuring different textured and high polished metals and gems and all this light and all these different things that come together in our pieces is very difficult to do, to give it a realistic look that can be understood, and they're just in the forefront do a great job at it. So I jumped at the opportunity to work with them.
That's one of our augmented reality customers. You can imagine, all jewelry companies being able to showcase their product online. It's a huge, huge benefit, especially in today's economy where everything is shut down. There really is no other option, So again, we're just in the right place at the right time. This video speaks to our partnership with LivePerson. This is shopping in AR using the LivePerson chat platform. So, Kelly's out shopping with a friend for a dress. A friend recommends checking out the new Tamara Mellon shoes. She's looking on Instagram. Boom, she has a question, switches right to the LivePerson platform. That's an AI chatbot speaking to her. As soon as it recognizes that she's looking for a product and has an intent to buy, it switches to a live person. Hi, I'm Marissa, your personal shopper at Tamara Mellon. And it just keeps going into, conversational commerce, which is what LivePerson is an expert at. And then NexTech's technology takes the conversation and turns it into an interactive experience where now the Tamara Mellon shoes are in the person's home. They're able to put it up against the dress, see if it matches. Leopard and black dress, perfect match. I'm gonna buy. Goes back into the chat. Yes, we have it in stock. 1 day shipping. And then with Apple Pay, it's literally one click buying. $575 later. The thing about that experience is that the buyer knows what she's getting. She already has the vision in her mind's eye as to how it's going to look. There's not going to be any surprises. There's not going to be any returns. And that's a big part of this experience, is that the person gets to experience the product before they buy, as if they've already purchased it, as if it's in the room with them. And that leads to lower returns and more shoppers turning into buyers. That's the value prop of augmented reality. So what makes AR chat so compelling is that you don't need a special app. There's billions of smartphones, tablets, and computers ready now. And so you have this platform that has millions of users, and augmented reality is now embedded and part of the shopping experience. It's a big deal. This is a customer demo. I'm just going to skip through that. These are some of our clients. You can see some of the names are familiar. This is our VR e-commerce store. It's really v-commerce instead of e-commerce. We've partnered with Miele, very high-end kitchen and home appliance company. We sell a ton of their product currently through our e-commerce divisions, and we're creating a virtual store where you walk in, you put on the VR goggles, and you're able to experience an entire kitchen and demo the product, where there might be a virtual chef standing there showing you how the new cooktop works, the new oven works. You could have someone demoing the dishwasher, the vacuum cleaners, on and on. It's really endless. It's the next generation of shopping experiences, where when you go to a store, it's not just you walking around. It's actually you put on the goggles, the headset, and you're immersed in an experience much more engaging. And we see this as the future. And it's something we're really excited about. This is some samples of our 3D AR ads. This is a big opportunity for us. These are live. These are running now, and we're getting data and analytics. And there's lots and lots of excitement around these ads. The one with the jacket actually has a messaging bar built into the ad so that you can message live person and ask questions inside the advertisement, which is, state-of-the-art technology. Nobody else has that. And if I'm going to show you, you can interact with those ads. Using 3D really does encourage interactivity. So that's kind of demos our 3D platform. This talks about a 376% increase in click-through rates on 3D ads and a 663% increase in conversions. Those are eye-popping numbers. Those are, the kind of numbers that are going to get agencies very interested in 3D ads. And we think that there's going to be a huge shift that's going to disrupt the entire $700 billion industry from 2D to 3D ads. So, it's coming. It's not going to happen in a day, but over the next decade, all those dollars are going to end up flowing into 3D advertising, and NexTech is going to benefit from that. So, again, our ARitize 360 technology, it really enables the scaling of 3D objects capture. You use your cell phone to capture it. We could configure it. We could change the lighting on it, change the color. That's what that configuration tool does, change the background. It's proprietary technology. And then we could publish anywhere. Saves time, saves money, easy to use. This is a demo for, again, Chipotle. So you could imagine you're in the Chipotle store. There's a QR code. You scan it, and the next thing is the actual burrito is in front of you as a 3D AR object, and it speaks to what should I eat if I'm avoiding gluten, dairy, or carbs. So it's very educational plus interactive. So why own NexTech? Only pure play AR investment, very timely in today's pandemic economy, pandemic environment where everybody's working at home and shopping from home. We're first to market with the 3D AR ad network. First mover advantage is huge. Our revenue is scaling. We went from basically 0 to 6 million in 2019. And again, we're estimating rapid growth in 2020 to 15 to 20 million, and then continue to scale from there. We're well capitalized, tight capital structure with friendly long-term investors. We have an expert management team. Most of the insiders are long-term holders, and we own over 33% of the shares, with new purchasing going on now in today's environment. Like I said, I bought a couple 100,000 shares at an average of about $1.30. So, that's like $250,000 worth of cash that I've deployed in the last 30 days or so. I know our CFO was buying stock not too long ago. So, management continues to buy right alongside of the public. We have an experienced team of entrepreneurs. Myself, I have a lot of experience in funding, running hyper-growth startups, both public and private. Took a company by the name of Take-Two Interactive Software public, went from a $30 million market cap to over 14 billion. My last exit was actually, over 20x, which happened in 18 months. That was 2016 to fourth quarter of 2017. That was, just before I founded NexTech. Paul Duffy, creator of the human hologram, he knows more than anybody else on the planet about holographic telepresence, and he's a serial entrepreneur. Kashif Malik, our CFO, comes from blue chip companies like Merck and Deloitte, and he's got plenty of public market experience. Scott Jenkins, our CTO, came from Acclaim Entertainment. And then you look at our board of advisors, Ori, Mike, Scott Starr, all those guys are experienced in their industry. We're part of the Kronos Group Consortium. We joined them in April 2019, and it really sets the standard for 3D capture. So, the group that's part of that includes Adobe, Facebook, Google, Shopify, Samsung, Pinterest. Basically everybody who is somebody in the world of tech is part of that group. And we're talking to them about our new ARitize 360 app because they're looking for a solution to be able to capture photorealistic 3D assets at scale. And we believe that that's something they're going to want. This is our stock chart. You can see that the stock has come down from $3.20 this morning. It got down to 78 cents in a panic sell-off, and today I think it's sitting right around $1. Obviously the market has put a tremendous amount of pressure on everybody's pocketbooks, and NexTech isn't immune to that. I will say though that this too shall pass, that the market it's not going to zero, and so where does it stop? It looks like we've had a number of crashes in the past month. We've wiped out 3 years worth of gains, and I would say that there's more upside than downside from here. Let's put it that way. That's my opinion. We have about 60 million shares outstanding, and it gives us a market cap of about 60 million. You can see that there's an opportunity here. And that's pretty much it. Jack, I'm going to bring it back to you. Okay. And we could,
Let's go to questions. Okay, Evan, you can hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's go. Actually, let's start with the live questions. If you have a question, just click that question icon, and we'll go to you. So, Derek, let's go to Derek here. Derek, are you on? Derek? Okay. Derek did ask a question. Let's see here. Two things. He's asking, how is the partnership with LivePerson going?
It's going great.
Next, he's asking, the LivePerson website shows they have 18,000 customers. Will they eventually offer NexTech technology to all their customers, both 3D ads and AR chat?
Yeah, so I mean, we're constantly interacting with their customers. I think we've been introduced to their top 30 customers. They're all blue chip accounts, and we've been demoing. These are multi-billion-dollar companies, and they generally take a little bit of time before they pull the trigger, but nobody has said no. We haven't gotten one no. So we feel like it's just a matter of time before we land one of those customers. And yeah, it's for 3D ads as well as for AR in messaging, AR chat.
Okay, so Rob is asking, when will customers be able to post 3D ads on Amazon?
3D ads on Amazon will not happen on the NexTech platform because Amazon is a walled garden. So they don't let anybody advertise on their platform. You have to use the Amazon platform. And so unless Amazon calls us and says they want us to integrate with their platform, we're locked out, as is Google, as is everybody else.
Okay, let's go to, let's see if we can get Ross. Okay. Ross, are you there? Ross, okay, Ross doesn't have his mic on, but he did ask a question. Okay, so Ross is asking, what does the board behind you illustrate?
The board behind me illustrates an app, our ARTize 360 app that we are about to launch. So, you know, I take, you know, those are kind of like screenshots. So I take them and I put them up on my board, and it allows me to visualize screen by screen and really, you know, work with our UI UX developer to make sure that it's a positive experience.
Okay, Marshall is asking, any licensing or IP revenue streams?
We generally don't license our technology, so that's not really our business model. So no, we're not licensing our tech.
Okay, Kevin's asking, what monthly revenue do you expect with adding the new acquisition? Alternatively, what is the low side 2020 revenue estimate?
I mean, you know, it's a little early for me to start talking about the new revenue stream from this acquisition, being that we haven't even closed on it yet, right? We have a binding LOI. So I would say though, if you just extrapolate out right now, they're doing almost 100 a month in recurring revenue. So, you know, that number should grow dramatically over the course of the next year because of the products that they offer that plays into the work from home, you know, trend that's happening, that's unfolding. So I can't predict. Let's tune back in 90 days.
Okay, Raj was asking, is your company still up and running while this pandemic is going on?
Absolutely, absolutely. We are running on all 12 cylinders. We have an amazing team. Because we're a technology company, we use technology to manage our business, manage our people. You know, most of our people are working from home right now, but we do have people shuttling back and forth to the office, to the warehouse as needed to take care of business. So, you know, we're not seeing any disruption in our business right now.
Okay, Evan, we get about looks like about a dozen questions here. So I'll ask them because it'll be easier than trying to get people live to
Sure.
go through it quicker. Okay, so we have Ross asking, I joined the webinar late, so I'm not sure if you mentioned this, but will financial updates be released in March?
Absolutely. We've been ready to release them. We've been waiting. You know, the auditors, they have their process. They've been going through their process. You know, we expect to release them any day, likely early next week. We're just waiting for, you know, a green light from our auditors. So yeah, imminently.
Okay. Then we have Lim, I believe is the name. He's asking, will NexTech venture into quantum computing?
What is quantum computing? No, we're not. We're not a quantum computing company. I've read about quantum computing. Nobody, at least that I've read about, has cracked the code on quantum computing. We're in the market now selling augmented reality and soon to be virtual reality, and that's where we're going to stay.
Okay, I think this is the same question. Is asking, when is the quarterly, the audited numbers coming out? I think Michael is.
Yeah, imminent. It's
okay.
imminent. Yeah, it's literally any day.
Okay. Buddy's asking, I'm trying to get a revenue breakdown of your AR business and e-com business. And second, how does your tech compare to Apple's new AR?
So our tech stands on the shoulders of Apple. So, we don't have exactly the same tech. Our tech, we use Apple's AR kit, and we use, Google's AR core for Android. So, our tech, in fact, we've been talking with Apple, and they asked us to make a couple of tweaks to our technology so that it integrates better with their platform. So our tech works seamlessly with Apple and Google. As far as our numbers, they're going to come out. It's going to be imminent. Really can't release the breakdown. You'll see the breakdown in, we basically have two categories. We have technology revenue, which is basically everything tech related. It includes our web AR, includes our app, includes our 3D ads. All of that revenue will be disclosed in this upcoming financial release. Those are 2019 numbers. Obviously, we haven't released our 2020 Q1 yet. We're not out of the Q1 yet. That'll be released in April, but we will break it down for you, and I think you'll be happy to see the growth in our technology division.
I'm going to try to go to Percy because he's got a funny question here. Percy, are you there? Percy, can you hear us? Percy?
I don't think you've gotten one person.
Yeah, it's for some reason. Okay, so Percy was asking, I wanted him to ask you direct. He says, I've seen the shoes, the jacket, and the vacuum cleaner several times. Don't you have new samples of your powerful advertising and shopping applications?
Yeah, we have tons of new samples, but we run a business. You can go onto our website and you'll see tons of samples. I could spend my whole day just putting together more and more and more samples of our content. We're showing you our tech. Obviously, there's more than what we're just, this is just a demo. This is just a sampling. If you want to see more, go to our website. There's lots and lots of more content available to you.
We also, Percy, by the way, we also had, if you should check out the video where we had a live, we had the live demo where we showed, Evan, what do you call it? A truck where he actually had in AR, Paul showed the truck in your conference room. It was amazing.
Yeah. There's tons of demos. Go onto our YouTube channel, go onto our Vimeo channel, watch some videos. You'll see more and more and more content, and you'll get more and more and more excited. If you're tired, if you're saying you're bored of what you've been seeing, I'll make adjustment. Okay.
For the next presentation, we'll have some new stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have a lot of, so yeah, Percy, please check out the other videos which have the other demos. They're really amazing. He's also asking, what's happening with the short sale situation now?
There's nothing happening. There's absolutely no merit to what they put out. It was the short and distort report, distorted reality, and talked about a lot of things that didn't exist. innuendos, and that's it. I mean, there's nothing really going on there at all. I haven't heard from them again. That doesn't mean they're not out there. They might be listening right now. It's a free society. It's a free world, and so I really can't speak to what Nathan is doing. We're building a business. We're building our tech, and that's really my focus.
Okay, next question. Rajiv is asking, will you be diluting shareholders to raise money?
No.
John is asking, when do you anticipate that the app will go live? I guess the Capture app, he means.
Yeah. So the Capture app is right now, we use it in-house, right? So it's fully functional right now. In order to get it consumer facing or really, available for brands to use, it needs to have a positive user experience, right? So that's always the tricky part. So it's not the tech, it's really the user experience that we're working on. Right now, we're in early access. We will announce when the app is live. For sure, it'll be a big, announcement for us. It's coming. Again, the tech works. We're trying to get the user experience to the point where, people feel like when they go into the app, they know how to use it. And we want everybody to succeed when they use the app. And so it takes a little bit of time to build that out. So it's in motion though.
Okay, next question. Okay, so Ross asking, how is Advertise Hollywood going? This Hollywood studio going?
That's going a little slow. It's work in progress. It's not really our focus right now. Our focus is AR for e-commerce, virtual conferences. For us, our focus is following the money. So, the studios is more of a longer term type of project that we think could pay huge dividends down the road, but because it doesn't bring in immediate revenue, we're focused on our other business segments right now.
Okay, next question. I think this is from John. I was asking, what's happening with the ad network?
The ad network is live. We're talking with lots of brands. We expect to have some signups very shortly. Obviously, with coronavirus, everything is now a question mark. It's hard to predict, but huge interest in the ad network from huge brands. It's really not a question. It's just the timing of it now with the pandemic makes, corporations that were, excited to jump in with 2 feet, kind of right now they're trying to set the business up from home. So it's just kind of disrupting the speed, I would say. But the ad network is going to be a major source of revenue for NexTech in 2020 and beyond. So, whether it happens this week or next week, pretty much irrelevant. It's happening.
Okay, I think that's it for questions. All right, everybody, Evan, thank you for sharing the story again. And everybody, thank you for joining us, and we will be back with Evan in a few weeks for another update.
Excellent. All right, Jack. Have a great day.
You too, Evan.